take it a little bit more slowly. Looks like we have resolved that, and we'll be going on BOE for our next map.
BOE, Battlefield of Eternity. A map where the draft makes such a big impact. Hanzo, you were talking about how you'd like to see maybe a higher priority on that hero, or maybe even just a ban. I think that this is the map where he's the most relevant, so I think that you might get your wish on that. I think he may just fall out in those first 2 bans on one side or the other. Probably on the side of Feliz, I think is where we would see that ban, but it is the map pick of Feliz. GLuck took first pick instead of the map choice, so they're hoping they get a Hanzo here, I think, but I don't think that that is going to happen.
Yeah, also maybe, I think we saw a Li Ming ban previously, and that's also definitely something you can go for. Stand in the middle and look at everything. Tracer ban to start things out, though. That's not what I expected, but for GLuck, it makes a little bit of sense. Once again, Maizen does not want to have that, have to worry about being dove. And it's a first ban on Hanzo, so yeah, very high priority after that last series.
Yeah, it's basically saying, like I think GLuck was saying with this Tracer ban, like if we want the Hanzo, we're trying to get it. We want to ban the Tracer first to kind of make that statement. If we respond with the Hanzo ban, we'll change it up. But otherwise, we want the Hanzo, and we don't want you to have the Tracer because we want to be. It would have an empowered Hanzo that has no threat of dive. My Ebs are moved in Genji. This is a situation where I think Raynor first pick is actually okay, but they go for the safer DPS here in the Phoenix. And now as Feliz, I think you gotta grab Li Ming. I think you're already in a situation where you want to look for flexibility. I think when they've got Phoenix, and we're in a meta where like there's limited options for racing heroes. In the past, we had so many that were meta. Greymane, Vala, etc. Tracer has always been like a decent one. Sonya was even considered one of the greats in the past. But they match the Phoenix with the Raynor. So we've got 2 very speedy Immortal Racers here. And this is very rare that you see in Heroes of the Storm in Korea, where someone picks like, okay, well, the Phoenix is like a statement of like, okay, we're the racing ones, you're the ones who try to kill us, please pick dive heroes. And then the other one's like, no, I even have the better race hero. What are you going to do?
That's
so
true.
It becomes a little bit more diverse, this,
you know, we've
map.
seen Vala come out on BOE as a response to kind of that racing attitude. We even had, I think, a Raynor Lunara comp just to say, well, look, we are going to win if you want to contest this. So the Blaze and Nubarak, we've already talked about that combo and how specifically strong it is right now. Insanely high win rate for Nubarak, and it's no surprise to see both of them come out together.
Well, it means that they understand that Raynor is going to be, he's probably going to be able to do the race faster than Phoenix in most cases, with his Inspire ability, and obviously post-10 when he gets the Banshee. So they're looking for more dive to kill the Raynor, who doesn't have an escape. Malfurion, who doesn't have much of a way to save him from danger. There's no burst heal, it's slow sustained heal. So Li Ming comes in for a little bit more flexibility. They banned the Garrosh because he's such a great hero at punishing dive play like the Nubarak, like the Blaze, because he just tosses in. We just saw this literally on Cursed Hollow. But ETC does something a lot similar. You try to rush in. If you don't get the stun, power slides you, then you're on the wrong side of the map. You're not where you want to be. You're on the wrong side of the team fight.
I mean, Li Ming is also a very highly prioritized hero, specifically on BOE, so that makes sense for Feliz to grab. And you might think, well, okay.
All right, Rich.
The High Lord coming through. Wow. It's always a pleasure to see a high caliber Alarak play. And I guess we're going to have to for GLuck to turn the series around.
Well, we talked about how they had some race potential with the Phoenix to start things off, but with Raynor, Li Ming on the other side, they just wanted to go all in on DPS here and dive and killing them. That's what the Alarak is designed to do. Zeratul coming in as the final pick here.
Okay.
So no traditional solo laner.
Yeah.
ETC can go stage dive and operate as a solo laner post 10, but
definitely suboptimal, specifically against Blaze. He is maybe not going to have a good time.
You're very mobile with this comp, with the Zeratul. Like, that gives you a lot more mobility and a lot more ability on the Phoenix, which they didn't really have before. Phoenix does a lot of consistent damage. They need to be careful, of course, not to be caught by the silence of Alarok, though, with Zeratul, or he is not getting out.
No.
Not using his wormhole knot. He's not going to be able to follow up, jump onto anybody. He can't use that minion trick to jump back to where he was. It was Vorpal, so got to be careful on the Zera, but Protoss versus Protoss in this situation.
Yeah, I guess that's true. What is that? Narazine
2 Protosses.
versus Loras. I don't have my high houses of the
Alarok's not
Protoss.
tall to ream, right?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I actually don't know. I didn't actually beat the Legacy of the Void campaign. I kind of should do that.
I was gonna say we're definitely deficient here on the lore. So this is
We
another.
play multiplayer games. We play esports games.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, team games are good, right? But we might actually get a chance to see some StarCraft 1v1s here. Very good representation. We have what is that, 3 versus 2 as far as StarCraft heroes are concerned.
That's true. We got
And
2 Terrans in here as well.
in the beta, there was an ETC Marine, a Tauren Marine, for a while as a April Fool's prank. So maybe you can count him as an honorary StarCraft hero.
Yeah. No Marine Murky in this one, unfortunately. But
Oh, definitely. And I think we're all a little bit happy about that. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, this comp is going to be very defensive again for Feliz. They just have a lot of damage, and in terms of team fights, it's going to be defensive team fights they're looking to take, and that's why the ETC pick here is so valuable. So once again, GLuck needs to respect that, but they're going to have to, on the Immortal phases, dive in and be aggressive. They can't just be patient, or they're going to lose the race to Raynor. Oh,
Oh my god, that's exactly what it's supposed to look like!
Telekinesis, baby!
It's going to be a very sad Raynor. We are definitely going to rewrite some StarCraft lore here. He gets taken out, and that's exactly what it's supposed to look like. Picture perfect. The Alarok coming in clutch, and especially great at punishing a very forward Raynor position.
Alarok plus, I mean, this whole entire comp for GLuck with Deckard like locking down the final pick basically just says, do not stand anywhere near us or you will die. The ETC is designed to try to mitigate some of that. I mean, it was picked before Alarok came through, so, you know, they knew it was going to be time. They just didn't know how aggressive it was going to be. And in a fight later, we're even going to have... that was a close call.
Yeah.
In a fight later, we're even going to have the, on top of that, the Blaze. So stuns beyond the telekinesis into Burrow Charge, Impale, Silence, Roots, and Slows that GLuck has put off here. They're basically just creating the death trap. Already 1 kill on that trap.
Early on, maybe you can take that as the mulligan. You know, shame on, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice. Well, they have yet to do that. So potentially to avoid that, now that Feliz say, well, wow, that's just a good combo. We'll have to avoid that in the future, and they really will. So rotating now just for camp, similar timing on both sides, so it won't be that big of a difference. And I really want to get a chance to see how everything changes once these solo laners get a chance to join up. And now you can see Karazim coming, or not Karazim,
Deckard?
No, what am I talking
I
about
don't know
here?
what you're talking
I'm trying to...
I'm trying to be like, oh yeah, I
I'm
totally
just
know.
going to start this one out again. Wow. Overlord up at the front lines, putting pressure onto Aim.
Oh, Misa interrupted on the warp. Nice play here. And again, Feliz, guess what? The engage they take, it's defensive, turning GLuck's aggression against them.
And it just looks
Triple
so beautiful.
kill.
That's just incredible. And
with their comp, watch this quote-unquote race unfold. It's not even fair.
I was going to say, halftime is going to be the longest part of this boss take. And they will get it almost instantly. Rockstar is there for moral support. He's there to look really menacing and hope that it matters. Now, I mean, GLuck are going to try to come in here and make up some distance and make their composition work. work. Go for an engage to try to stop Feliz. But look at Feliz, they're reacting perfectly to this. They back off. They're not willing to fight. They're saying, come at me, bro.
We have Li Ming, and so we can poke. Their comp is such a great catch-all with Raynor for the race, and then Li Ming for the poke once you win the first half. Like, GLuck could not have chosen a worse time to get 3-man wiped. Right before this Immortal, right before they can get the first halftime, so now they can just poke in. Look at OJ swinging around, Zeratil's coming down, Overlord's caught, he's actually the target here, he's the one who's getting pinged. Another full combo comes through for Dudu. They can aggressively invade this all they want, but someone's got to get on the other Immortal, or they're just buying time for what? You know, both Soul Laners are soaking right now, they're not even getting experience lead. Uh-oh, Mycin in trouble, but Scroll Sing does connect here.
Just the slightest moment of delay is really all Feliz need in some situations to just give them enough time to back up, maybe some counter engage. It's just a really, really brilliant pick. So
Overlord's getting the pings from his team. They're like, yo,
ping,
dude.
Ping,
that's when you get pings
ping.
from your teammates and you know that, like, you probably are doing it wrong at that moment in time. Like, they're not even talking to you in, like, the voice comms that you're connected to. There's talking to you and spam pinging you to leave. It was a good idea, like, posture-wise, to kind of step over there and try to get some extra damage done, but if he dies, it's all over. They are slowly whittling down the health here. Mycin is looking for the engage here. This is how you use this comp. Threaten the Immortal, force them to be on a time limit, force Feliz to actually have to respond and move in. Then you look for the engage. That's how you do it. You play this map like a tug of war. And GLuck has, they've caught up a little bit. They're still in trouble. They're still 9k behind, but the deficit is less. Mycin just continues to auto-attack this.
And Mycin is really fighting this war of attrition. He is he's doing the utmost. And I mean, every little bit of damage done will kind of reward you with lower shields later on. So it is going to be meaningful, but with that Li Ming poke coming through, eventually this is going to be good enough. But oh, OJ, sickest power slide, he's out of there.
Yep. Good time to heal here for Leo with this last Q.
Maybe not so lucky. He is pretty dead.
Ends up being okay for him, though. It works out in the end. That was the last Q Liu had, so it's not going to be able to heal anybody else. Just going to wait for the respawn to come through. Liu first went home because he has no mana. And we're going to see this Immortal do a decent amount of damage here. As long as Feliz doesn't overextend, this is pretty nice. They are missing half of their damage for the push, but they actually have the most important part, which is the Li Ming. Because Li Ming can actually poke at a safe range, whereas Raynor, even though he's got +1 range over other auto attackers, like, he can't really get in there and do the damage he wants to do against this comp, where he is going to get killed. So it doesn't end up being too bad that he's the one that goes down. If Li Ming was dead and Raynor was alive, it'd be much worse in terms of risk there on the push. So only a slight lead now. They just evened up the bottom walls here with that Immortal.
Yeah, and that is a credit to GLuck for getting back in there, and especially Mycin for chunking down its HP. I think he got it down to about half health by the time it was taken. So be salvaging a little bit off of a big team fight loss right before that. So brings it back to basically even, especially when you consider experience kind of resetting things. But yep. I think the biggest, I guess, advantage that Feliz have is that now they know what it looks like to win and engage. So they're going to try to replicate it here. Aimer is the recipient of that Alarak silence, but not enough follow-up. He repositions, walks back. He's safe now.
Good nature's cure there from Liu, and obviously the Q from Raynor does kind of help displace everybody, help them stay alive. 10's about to be up. 10 could be, I think, a bigger power spike for GLuck, to be honest, than it is going to be for Feliz. Counter-Strike comes in, you have the big sleep, which could be followed up with the silence, and also the salvo. So 10 spike on the side of Feliz, they do actually commit to stage, or sorry, mosh pit rather than the stage dive. Given how they're playing Zeratil so far, it makes sense. But everything else is like, I feel like overall not too impactful. Disintegrate, Tranquility, these are normal things. The Void Prison can be great. They can only really buy you time with this comp. You can try to set up combos with EDC with it, but easier said than done. I say GLuck gets the bigger spike here at 10 though.
Every time I get my Shadow Soul hooks up, but not gonna see that one. Nope.
Yeah, never gonna see that one again.
No. Has that ever been picked? I don't know the stats on that, but
well,
it just
Shadow
has
Assault,
to be
Shadow Assault was
0.
his old one that was used only in a tournament with a bug that was done by MVP Black back in the day. It's a pretty controversial Chinese tournament where they were able to win that while using the Shadow Assault bug where you could teleport across the map. It's no longer in the game, so you can read about that for those who are curious about that story. But either way, bunker forced to be used.
Good to hold on there. Asgard will have that as sort of a staging position. OJ kind of on the wrong side of the law here, and eventually Maizen should be able to chase him down. On the other side, though, actually, OJ does rejoin his team successfully and takes a little bit of the scenic route to get there, but now it's still going to be a 4-on-5 in Feliz' favor.
Yeah. They have, again, the comp that can just smash this Immortal very, very quickly. Hanatten's not really the one they want on it, but I guess they just want to get more kills. They're pretty bloodthirsty here. The mosh pit
was
totally
that?
whiffs.
Ooh, that's gonna not have that one in the highlight for the
I mean, the
part.
idea was good. If he had hit either of those players, it would have been probably
yeah.
a kill.
In general, I mean, the move that stuns everybody is better when it does in fact stun someone. But,
I think you're really onto something with this.
I think I've figured it out. I've got my double-brimmed detective hat on, and I got to the bottom of the case.
Double-brimmed detective.
Yeah, you know the Sherlock Holmes one that has the brim in the front and the brim in the back?
Yeah.
Which side you're facing. They don't know if they just see your hat.
Well, it just protects your forehead and your back of your neck from the sun.
Some would say the 4 and the 5 head, both protected at the same time.
Sure.
Take the cam, and I think at this point, GLuck, I'm segueing as fast as I can there. GLuck are kind of realizing they need to go for these engages, and Feliz, they just looked overall much better at counter-engaging.
Yeah, basically Felipe's like, no, come at me, bros.
Yeah.
Because, like, we have the defensive comp, you have the aggressive comp, and then so, of course, GLuck is like, well, I'm not going to come at you guys then. But eventually, Li Ming pokes, and so they have to.
They know there's no mosh, right? So at least that's not something they'll have to worry about.
Look at Dudu's positioning here. He's just been looking for shots. He's getting magic missile stuff done. This is going to force GLuck to eventually engage because they're on a
exactly why you
timer.
pick Li Ming. She just stands in the middle and she can poke both sides. So well executed. Feliz just, I don't want to say uncharacteristically, but it has been a struggle for them this season to get into positions like this. And they're finding it again and again here around these Immortals.
I will say, though, that the bot mercenary push is starting to actually take a toll here. GLuck's going to get the bot forward. Meanwhile, we are seeing Hnatten pushing up towards the top, so he could actually maybe even that up. He clears a few waves, so the top port's going to be traded, it looks like here. But Hnatten's on the Immortal. This is the opportunity here for a hard engage for GLuck to finish the race. There's about 2,000 ahead in terms of hit points, but they get distracted by Hnatten. And now, Feliz just looking to get Dudu into position. This is what I like to see, though. GLuck trying to force the way into a fight. However, Root comes down. This is going to be a dead Anubarak.
Chain CC takes him out.
The Void! So well placed!
Oh my god!
The sleep does not connect.
I'm waiting on the reset. It was a little bit of a pause button put on the fight, but now it is going to resume in Feliz's favor. Maizen, just look at that disintegrate coming down. Dudu just, I don't want to say MVP, but he's doing so much. And then engaged by Hnatten. I haven't seen a good VP like that in a while.
I mean, that was basically just a perfect way to set up the fight. The stay a while and listen was mistimed right afterwards. And the Void Prison also almost won them the Immortal phase. Like, had they been able to kill everyone out of it a little bit faster, they might have been able to even get the Immortal. It would have been almost no shields, but still. Now they're going to clean this up. They win the fight. They have to deal with this Immortal, which is the only win for GLuck in this situation. But it's still another one fight.
I mean, just look how quickly they're going to deal with this Immortal, right? I mean, Rockstar can't really push them off of it for the most part, and then they've got a comp that they're going to disintegrate.
I mean, they win the Immortal race for the same reason they're going to defend this Immortal, right? Like, it's the same
even
thing.
if they lose the Immortal race for whatever reason, they will still be in a good spot.
Uh-oh, though.
Oh, now this could be a big pick onto OJ. Trying to survive, but, you know, he's no Garage. And he will eventually go this down, coming out with the salvo. Maizen wants a 1v1. Liu's not going to let him have it. And in the back line, ooh, a big pick onto Li Ming will mean that this push continues. It might even be a keep wall, or maybe a keep if GLuck want to go the distance.
Yeah, that was a pretty big positional mistake. I think they might be able to force a keep out of this. Hnatten is just split pushing bottom, which I think someone will eventually need to go deal with, because if Feliz, I mean, we're looking at short death timers. If they save this keep and he gets a free fourth, even with the kills that GLuck just got, they actually lose this trade in terms of experience. If they don't get this keep,
I think they
have to get it
for it. OJ even just posturing, he's trying to front. But
Void's up.
Buying any amount of time right now is just so valuable. And here they come. Nobody dead, everybody alive.
OJ looking for a mosh.
Indeed he does. Almost blowing up Overlord immediately, but he does get into his bunker to reposition. The BP actually kind of blocks down GLuck really well. Stuns 2 of them, and no...
Resets for Dudu. He's caught him. This might actually be a full team. Like, look at the root.
Oh, that's the mosh we're looking for. He made up for it.
Bison is so dead. Goodbye. See you later. Maybe never see you again if they rush over to kill the core for a respawn.
Farewell. Disintegrate aptly named. It is a team wipe off of Feliz respawning and GLuck being too greedy for that keep. They almost get it. It's a sliver away from going down. But instead, it is a big, perhaps the biggest win for Feliz all game.
GLuck just showing that, I was obviously being a bit facetious about the core going down, but they are going to lose this Immortal phase now. But GLuck showing that their understanding of like the bigger picture of the map and their macro is really weak. And I think the reason they're losing this series, I mean, it's not over until it's over, but the reason they're behind 2-1 and why they're behind now after this lost team fight is they just fail to understand what Feliz's comp is designed to do, and they're taking bad engages when they don't need to. Like, they should have left and hoped for a more macro-oriented rotation to kill that keep later instead of losing it. Now they're going to lose this Immortal, and they might lose even more than that. If they lose a team fight, they're dead. It's GG. OJ looking for the call-up, power slung.
Yeah, it's a good initial telekinesis on the Dudu, but it's over. That's it. And now here comes another huge counter engage from Feliz.
Dudu's got level 16, so he's got Mirror Ball. He's doing a ton of damage. This is a nice catch, though.
Okay, that's what it looks like. Big telekinesis again. Still hits Li Ming. Takes her out this time. It's still a good fight for Feliz in the end. It's a sick pick, but it's not enough.
Yeah, now they're just going to turn back onto this Immortal, finish it off. It's going to be a 31,625 Immortal finish here. Massive shields. Going to be a lot of ranged attacks. The top keep still stands. GLuck is forced away to the top lane to deal with that mercenary camp, so